In 2022, generative artificial intelligence caught the public's attention, and by 2023, it literally exploded and started making its way into the business world. Now, in 2024, we're at a crucial point where AI's future is being shaped. Researchers and businesses are figuring out how to practically use this advanced technology in our daily lives. We're going to take a look at the best AI trends 2024 right in this video. And if you're new here and aren't subscribed, make sure to subscribe to the TechStilt channel to watch more tech-related videos. And with that, let's get started. Evolution of generative AI and significance. The journey of generative AI is like that of computers, but on a faster track. Initially, big mainframe computers were controlled by a few players. Then, smaller and more efficient machines became available to businesses and research institutions. Over time, there were gradual improvements, leading to home computers that enthusiasts could experiment with. Eventually, we got powerful personal computers that everyone uses thanks to user-friendly interfaces. Generative AI, a technology that creates content on its own, has moved beyond its early hobbyist phase. Like the evolution of computers, the goal now is to make it more powerful while keeping it compact. In 2023, there was a surge in the development of efficient foundation models with open licenses. The Llama models from Meta paved the way, with others like Mistral, Stable LM, Falcon, and Llama 2 following suit. Notably, models such as Deep Floyd and Stable Diffusion now match up to leading closed-source models thanks to fine-tuning techniques and datasets from the open-source community. Surprisingly, these open models often perform better than their closed-source counterparts on different benchmarks, even though they have fewer parameters. While the media usually highlights the rapid progress of cutting-edge models, the real game changers could be improvements in governance, middleware, training techniques, and data pipelines. These advancements aim to make generative AI more dependable, sustainable, and accessible for businesses and individual users alike. Realistic expectations. When generative AI first gained widespread attention, business leaders relied mostly on promotional materials and enthusiastic news coverage for their understanding. Practical experience, if any, was limited to experimenting with tools like ChatGPT and DALL-E. As the initial excitement settles, the business community now possesses a more nuanced understanding of AI-powered solutions. According to the Gartner Hype Cycle, generative AI is currently at the peak of inflated expectations, teetering on the brink of a decline into the trough of disillusionment. In simpler terms, it's entering a somewhat underwhelming phase. Deloitte's Q1 2023 report on the state of generative AI in the enterprise suggested that many leaders anticipate significant transformative impacts in the short term. However, the reality is likely to be somewhere in between. While generative AI presents unique opportunities and solutions, it won't be a one-size-fits-all solution. How real-world outcomes align with the initial excitement depends partly on perspective. Standalone tools like ChatGPT may capture the public's imagination, but seamlessly integrating them into existing services often leads to more lasting success. Before the current hype cycle, tools like Google's Smart Compose in 2018 were seen as groundbreaking, yet they foreshadowed today's text-generating services. Many impactful generative AI tools are now being implemented as integrated elements within enterprise environments, enhancing and complementing existing tools rather than completely revolutionizing or replacing them. Examples include Copilot features in Microsoft Office, generative fill features in Adobe Photoshop, or virtual agents in productivity and collaboration apps. The areas where generative AI becomes integral to daily workflows will likely shape the future of AI tools more than the speculative potential of any specific AI capabilities. In a recent survey conducted by IBM with over 1,000 employees from major companies, 3 key reasons stood out for the increasing use of artificial intelligence. First, there's a push for making AI tools more user-friendly. Second, companies are looking to cut costs and streamline important tasks by incorporating automation through AI. Lastly, there's a notable trend of integrating AI into everyday business applications that are readily available. If you're enjoying it so far and haven't subscribed to the TechStilt yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification to watch more tech-related videos. Smaller language models and open-source advancements. In the realm of specialized models, especially large language models, it seems we've hit a point where making these models even larger may not yield significant benefits. Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, hinted at this during MIT's Imagination in Action event last April. He suggested that the focus should shift away from simply increasing the number of parameters in these massive models and instead explore other ways to enhance their capabilities. While colossal models played a crucial role in the current AI advancements, they come with downsides. Only the biggest companies with substantial resources can afford to train and maintain these energy-intensive models with hundreds of billions of parameters. According to the University of Washington, training a model the size of GPT-3 consumes as much electricity in a year as over 1,000 households, and a day of ChatGPT queries uses as much energy as 33,000 US households. On the contrary, smaller models are more sustainable in terms of resources. A significant paper from DeepMind in March 2022 showed that training smaller models with more data can achieve better performance than training larger models with less data. Recent innovations in LLMs have focused on maximizing output with fewer parameters, evident in the success of models ranging from 3 to 70 billion parameters, especially those based on Llama, Llama 2, and Mistral Foundation models in 2023. These downsized models maintain performance without sacrificing much. Rise of open models and their influence on the field. The influence of open models is on the rise. In December 2023, Mistral introduced Mixtral, a mixture of expert models incorporating 8 neural networks, each with 7 billion parameters. Mistral asserts that Mixtral doesn't just outperform Llama 2's 70 billion parameter variant on most tests, doing so 6 times faster, but it also competes with or surpasses OpenAI's larger GPT 3.5 on common benchmarks. Shortly after, Meta announced the training of Llama 3 models in January and confirmed their intention to open source them. While specific details like model size are yet to be confirmed, it is likely that Llama 3 will adhere to the same structure as its 2 predecessors. If you're enjoying it so far and haven't subscribed to the Tech Silk yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification to watch more tech-related videos. Breakthroughs in multimodal AI. Certainly, the field of advanced generative AI is evolving rapidly. The upcoming breakthroughs are not just about improving performance in one specific area, but rather about creating multimodal models that can handle various types of data. While models that can process different data types are not entirely new, examples include CLIP for text-to-image and Wave2Vec for speech-to-text. They usually focus on a single direction and were trained for specific tasks. The next generation of interdisciplinary models, such as OpenAI's GPT-4V, Google's Gemini, and open-source models like QuenVL, Adept, and Alava, can seamlessly switch between natural language processing and computer vision tasks. These new models are also incorporating video capabilities. For instance, Google introduced Lumiere, a text-to-video model that can handle image-to-video tasks and use images as style references. The immediate advantage of multimodal AI is the development of more intuitive and versatile applications and virtual assistants. Users can now ask questions about an image and receive natural language responses, or verbally request instructions for a task and receive visual aids along with step-by-step text instructions. On a broader scale, multimodal AI enables models to process a wider range of data inputs, enhancing the richness of information available for training and inference. Video, in particular, holds significant potential for comprehensive learning. As Peter Norvig, Distinguished Education Fellow at the Stanford Institute for Human-Centered Artificial Intelligence, points out, continuous, unfiltered camera data provides models with a better understanding of real-time events, a type of data they haven't had access to before. This opens the door for AI models to gain a more profound comprehension of various situations. Shadow AI and corporate AI policies. Businesses face an increasing risk of economic, regulatory, legal, or reputational consequences due to the widespread availability and popularity of generative AI tools. To navigate this landscape, organizations need a well-thought-out corporate policy on generative AI. Additionally, they must be vigilant about shadow AI, which occurs when employees independently bring AI tools into the workplace without official approval. This phenomenon emerges when employees, eager for quick solutions or keen to explore new technology ahead of company policies, implement generative AI without oversight. Various user-friendly, often free, consumer-facing services make it easy for even non-tech-savvy individuals to use generative AI tools. According to a study by Ernst & Young, 90% of respondents admitted to using AI at work. While the entrepreneurial spirit behind this trend is commendable, it can pose significant risks. Employees may lack crucial information on security, privacy, or compliance, potentially exposing the business to various threats. For instance, an employee might unintentionally disclose trade secrets to a publicly accessible AI model or use copyrighted material to train a proprietary model, leading to legal consequences for the company. This situation highlights how the risks associated with generative AI increase in tandem with its capabilities. Just as technology provides great power, it also demands a corresponding level of responsibility. Now, there have been many more amazing developments happening around the world, so make sure to check out these videos as well.